Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dante MB. How are you? GME is breaking down. Bell flag here. No volume. It's pretty much dead. Hey Shenhui, good morning. PTX flag look like it's breaking, but it's too extended. I was thinking of going short here on this break, but the borrow cost was too much. No EDS to take. OPON spiked up. The ATOS actually has a nice small breakout on Friday. You might see some continuation. I think if this has one more pullback, but it might break here. 272. Alright, so it broke there. That was a cup and handle. I was debating to get that 272 or not, but I think ideally I wanted one more pullback to have a tighter risk. But that was a potential play. Good morning, Daniel. It is an hourly breakout, retested after the hours. It could go higher today. Yeah, that's I was going to take it as well right here, but the expensive, the borrow was expensive. It's right here. Tested VWAP in 5 minute, had some trouble there. So if it does flush through here, it's probably gonna go back down to the 15-minute chart, which is at 1040. OBON is going higher. $3.50 for locates on OBON. I guess it's worth it, but I'm not gonna take it yet. See how GME is doing. Alright. So GME is bouncing off its cup line. If you look at GME, I think GME is gonna go back to like sub 100. Probably this week or pretty soon. I had a failed breakout here, so no volume pickup on that kind of downtrend flag. So there's no interest in this. So right now it bounced right off its cup line. So you got an inverted cup and handle on the daily chart on GME, as well as a trend line right here. So you can see this trend line on GME. It broke today. I think once it breaks 151, I think it's game over. Gonna have a big candle. So I think the play for a GME is hopefully it just retests this like 158, high 150s. Comes back to 151 and breaks it. Maybe later. I think it's gonna have a nice flush. So something like this. So I'll watch GME probably later today. I think it's gonna go below 100. Lorenzo, Tesla. Are you trying to dip buy? Yeah, I'm not really a dip buyer, but the only time I would dip buy is when it's breaking out or in an uptrend. So right now it's somewhat kind of sideways slash in somewhat of a downtrend. I think okay, so today also broke down of its or it's continuing down on its downtrend. So it had a kind of cup and handle right here. So this was a cup and handle. It broke out, but couldn't hold the breakout level on Tesla. So it broke down, tested the trend line. It bounced off the trend line on this day, nice green candle. And then it's just slowing, trickling down. So I could see it going back to 550 this week. And yeah, I don't really dip buy these. Everything is a discount. I don't really think it's a discount. It'll be more of a discount later. I think it'll probably go to 500 this week. Maybe bounce and then break 500. Maybe in the next month. Unless it shows a sign of uptrend. Which it did had a few chances, but there wasn't any interest in it. OBON. Yeah, OBON looks interesting. I'm trying to see if I can get some cheap borrows on it. Holy crap. Borrows went up 32 cents per share. Yeah, I should just grab it when it was 3.5 cents. Yeah, but that was a breakdown right there of this trend line. You could take that breakdown, risking the prior high. It's a good spot. Way extend down the 5-minute chart. Expect a $3 test pretty soon. You know what? I'm gonna put an alert on GME if it gets below 152. I think this is gonna break later today. 151. It's probably gonna have a nice like $30 loss today if it does break down. And the short locate's pretty cheap on this. Alright, so I haven't taken any trades yet. It's Monday, so a week still young. We wanted to get into a rush into any trade. To look at quality over quantity. OBLN would have been a nice trade. Expensive was like 32 cents per share when I looked at it here. I saw it at 3 cents per share like during this time. Should have reserved some, but yeah, 32 cents a share is pretty much your profit right there, 32 cents. So definitely not worth the locate fee. PTE. PTE feels like an all-day trader, but just doesn't feel ready yet. I think PTE has this nice support around 116 here. I think if it has another attempt towards VWAP and rejects, and the break of 116, I think it would be good. So maybe one attempt of this 122 break, get over it, goes to 125, rejects, and then test 116, and then lower high, and it breaks it. I think this would be a nice little trade later. It's definitely not ready yet. But if it does break over VWAP and reclaim VWAP as support, we could see another like cup and handle forming, and this could go higher. So we'll just wait until we get a signal here. Could be both sides, but I'm leaning more on the short side, leaning more it's gonna be an all-day trader. But if we can get more longs trap here, hopefully some longs buy here, get rejected, and then those longs will be trapped, and they'll be forced to stop at 116 break. Hey F-Power, thoughts on PRTY earnings tomorrow? Let me check it out. Palantir, PRTY. It's looks like it's a continuation move. And it's broken down, so the move is somewhat expected. So it broke down of its this trend line right here. So it broke this trend line, so you're gonna have some acceleration sell signal. Also, this is a break of his 200 EMA, 200 exponential moving average, which is the purple line that I have here. Yeah, earnings tomorrow, but in a technical perspective, this is a continuation move, and usually if you get a little triangle here that breaks down, if you measure a Fibonacci extension here, so you take this the length of that, add it to the breakdown. So you can add it both ways. Add it from the last high, which is expected to go down to $17. Let me remove this. Also, this is also an inverted cup and handle, so one of the strategies that I trade. So this is an inverted cup and handle, broke of the cup line, and pretty much you'll get a 100% move. So 1685, it's kind of where the target is. But it's broken down all of its support, so it's pretty much dead. it's gonna take very good news to recover this, or very good earnings. $10. Yeah, I don't like how it's trending like this on 10. Let me check the... Oh, there's GME. 10 has a 60% institutional ownership. I'm gonna avoid it. The way it's trending, it looks like institutional, just when I look at it. So, those high institutional ownership usually trend the 1 minute pretty well, or the 5-minute chart. So, it doesn't really follow the extension pretty well. GME, like I mentioned, I'm leaning more on the short side as well. F power. This is a pretty much similar chart to Palantir. It's having this downtrend line. It already broke down this downtrend line. So we can see a very, very sharp move on GME pretty soon. I'll say it'll drop below sub 100. And also like nice inverted cup and handle here. And it's 151. It's a break of that. And it's going to cross more by either shorting or selling pressure. And it's probably going to go back down to maybe it's 200 EMA. So very bearish on GME. It failed to break over. It had a chance here. So if it had any interest in long, it would have broken out last week. But that didn't happen, and people were anticipating it, and it didn't happen. So I think it's done. And it's probably gonna go low right now. PRPO. Oh, nice move there in PRPO. I guess great timing on the PR as well. It's tested the 90 EMA there, so good timing on PRPR on the news. So it has a nice spot. So a nice spot where it could have a decent bounce. But yeah, GME, it's breaking down. It's pretty game over, but didn't really give a clean setup. I wanted to have it test a little higher before going lower, but yeah, I think this is going to be the beginning of another leg down on GME. ATOS. What's up, Adley? How are you? ATOS would have been a good buy signal there at 272. I mentioned it, but yeah, maybe I should have just took it, but it was a little wide for me. I wanted one more pullback here to 268, and then I would have taken that 272. It's a nice cup and handle. The only thing is this handle is a little wide for me. The 272, 264 is an 8-cent risk. It's pretty much 50% of its whole range. So, but it did have a nice move where, you know, US 8 cents, and you get, you know, 1R, 2R. Or maybe it's 3R, 2.5 Rs or something. So this is a good spot, and it looks like a very nice breakout. Also, continuation on the daily, like I mentioned. It was a nice flag breakout on Friday. Nice breakout on Friday here, and so the continuation day today. So ATOS, gonna have some daily swing traders buying into this. ATOS, nice breakdown there, bounce off the 5-minute chart. Let's see what happens. Fish on. PTIX is pretty much dead. Had a flag breakout here. So you got a flag break, some volume on that attempt, and it didn't go higher. And the reason it fell is because it's really extended on the 5-minute chart. So it had a reason to fail. You got some buying pressure, longs got stuck, and now longs are screwed. So after the failed breakout, you're gonna have a lot of overhead supply, and that's gonna cause selling pressure. Especially if it was like consolidating over the 5-minute extension for a very long time. So yeah, here was the 5-minute 9 EMA. You can see it hasn't tested on this huge candle after that failed breakout, and it's just a lot of overhead. Baggers now trying to get out. So it's gonna be some time to have any setup here, but definitely needs to get, you know, retests and holds 380 as support to be any long interest. So it would need to bounce, retest VWAP, and then holds over it, and it holds a higher low support on VWAP for a potential, you know, long cup and handle setup forming later. But also, yeah, shorts might have piled in here, and maybe shorts are attacking it as well. But yeah, if it does hold VWAP, we can get a squeeze over. But yeah, no interest here. No interest in buying here. OBLN holding the 5-minute chart, still extended I think around this time, the 15-minute extension is important. So quite a bit extended here on the 15-minute chart. So we might expect another pullback on OBLN. The 5-minute chart is creating a red cup and handle, so potential short there, but let me check the borrow costs. Borrow cost is 4 cents per share, so probably not gonna take it. I'm just gonna pass on this. But another bounce here and a break of this, I think it's going back to sub 3s. So there's the bounce. All right, so that was a small bounce, and there you go, it's done. So sub 3s to retest 15-minute chart. So that's pretty much done on OBLN. No signal there. I wish I got some borrows earlier. It was way cheaper. It's a little bit pricey. PTE. So PTE can get a little interesting here. So it's over VWAP. If it actually consolidates and holds a higher low, supporting around 125 area. So support over VWAP here would be nice. Party Cities hitting some daily resistance here. Okay. This is all about 70% institutional ownership, but I'll pass. TMST, what is this? 65% ownership. Yeah, I'll pass on this as well. Don't want to fight high institutional owner owned stock. So let's see if PTE can pull back here. So PTE, you're not gonna buy it up here. I'm gonna wait till it holds 125, 126 as support. If it breaks out here, it's more likely it's gonna fail. Hopefully it doesn't break out, just so it can give us a setup right soon. Yeah, so nice pullback. So great start. Let's see if we can pull back a little bit more, maybe to 125, 126, and then consolidate, and then maybe break later. If it breaks out here, it's going to be a little too early. And I can see it just breaking out maybe by a few penny, and then just inverted cup and handle, and I don't know, it might get a lot of sell signal. But not a short here, but not a long as well. But yeah, if you really want to take that long, you could take that risk of 120, 128 stop. If it does break out here, but I'm not gonna take it. It's too extended. You pull up the 5-minute chart, had a nice ride already, so you're gonna have people that bought down here. It's gonna be sellers. So we need that pullback, consolidate a little longer, then we can break out later. All right, so let's see what happened here. So we got a wick candle, so that might attract some shorts. But yeah, typically we get more pullback. But I guess if it does break here, break out, I think 132 would be the area. If we get 126, that would look a lot better. So 2 minutes until this candle closes. Or 1 minute now. Looks like it's setting up a vertical handle here. I think you break up this, we'll get the full 125, 126 test that we want. Alright. If not, that might be good enough, I think. 132 break. Hopefully this will consolidate a little longer, but I might try the 125, 132 break. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little too early. Alright, let's consolidate here for 5 more minutes. Alright, so there's the 132 break. So I didn't take it. How's GME doing? So GME's 50. Yeah. Pass for me. A little too early. OBLN looks like it's fading back down to the 15-minute chart. Ten looks really attracting to short, but I don't like the institutional ownership on that. It also looks like it broke its 1 minute chart. So if 10's gonna get me interested, it needs to break over this flag line. It fails, and then we can take a short. If it breaks 1461 later. Yeah. There's gonna be a 15-minute bounce. It's gonna flag. So if it fails, we'll watch for the 1461 break. But yeah, other than that, I'm not gonna take a short on this early. I'll put a price alert. It goes to 14s first. CCXI looks like it's popping up here. The daily chart looks pretty nasty. Don't know what happened. Bad earnings. Missed by 6%. Q. Yeah, Q's slowly grinding here. I think it's also high institutional ownership, 65%. So this could trend longer than we think. Just be extra careful. Easy to borrow on Thinkorswim. But yeah, the 1 minute signal is not gonna be clean. You have to wait for a 5-minute chart. I'm not gonna short this on that 1 minute to the 5 minute. It'll probably be more of a 5-minute chart. So you probably have to look for a inverted cupping candle on the 5-minute chart. So got an alert on 10. So 1461 break would be the signal, but I just don't trust it right now. It needs one more push, like an attempt on this flag break, and then fails, and then I'll short it later. If it breaks 1461 here, I don't really. I think this is gonna be. Yeah, Q's the institutional ownership is too high. 10 is 10. The institutional ownership for this is also high, but 1461 is interesting right here. The only thing is I want this to attempt to break out here at this line, and then fails, and then a handle for the 1461 break, and then I think we can see it go to 1420s or 1440s. CCXI. ECXI is easy to borrow. Short sale restriction is on. It's probably gonna try to break this flag. Somewhat extended. This looks like it's a squeeze. Short squeeze. Yeah, this one's 81% institutional ownership. And there's a lot of high institutional ownership today, so... Alright, so 10. 10 is doing that thing. So let's try and break out. Let's see, it failed. Breakout fell. Retest 1461 and break 1461. So that might have been the fail there. That wick. Okay. Alright. Can you give us a bounce first? Oh, is it just gonna break? Oh no. Alright. Come on, bounce. Don't break it. Oh no. Alright, so it broke 1461 there on that fail flag, so that's what we were trying to look for. But it broke a little too early, so if you take the 1461, you have to stop at 1475, so it's a little wide. So that's why I wanted a small bounce. So we'll see what happens here. It might do a bounce here in the middle of nowhere, which is why I wanted to kind of bounce earlier. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but didn't set up the way I like it, so I might pass. High institutional ownership, so this might be a trap because it didn't bounce. Okay, so this broke down. Yeah, a lot of high institutional ownership stocks today, so I'm gonna go easy. So 10, there's a bounce and now it's breaking down. Oh, CCXI actually broke down and tested the 5-minute chart there. Now it's bouncing. FNGD, what is this? Oh, it's a thing. Inverse leverage. Oh, maybe I just avoid that. I need to. Oh, don't see anything today. No trades. I mean, the only thing left is like Q for a 5-minute reversal later, but other than that, don't see anything else. I think there was a few great signals that happened that we missed, either because locates were just too pricey or we couldn't find him. But yeah, OBLN would have been a nice 327 break here. Back to sub 3s. LEDS had a nice inverted cup and handle over here. Off that 1170-60 break. I had a bell flag / VWAP reclaim here. It crashed. PTE, like I mentioned, it was a little early. Didn't take that stop. Also a fell flag there. Inverted cup and handle. Now you're getting that retest. So you don't want to buy early there. And doing the high institutional ownership things, right? This is why I try to avoid high institutional ownership. It just doesn't act the same way as low institutional ownership, like retailers. So just trapped a lot of shorts here. Now just reclaiming is a lot of BS that I try to avoid. Even though it looks tempting, I would avoid it. You don't want to get stuck in there. I've gotten stuck a few times. And my biggest losses are usually those high institutional ownership stocks because you can't really predict them. As well. Q, also high institutional ownership, I would avoid too. It looks tempting, but yeah, so pretty uneventful morning. Didn't do much. I didn't take any trades. Nothing to get my money behind, so probably just gonna call it a morning. I got a new bonsai tree plant here, so I'm probably gonna take the morning off and maybe water it. Sometimes it's just good to get some fresh air and nothing rolling. Don't want to force any trades, but I'm just gonna try to give myself something to do. So yeah, thanks again everyone for watching. No trades today for me. Here's my P&L, which is just nothing. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you guys end of day recap or tomorrow. All right, bye guys.